he hadn't changed. I think if anything, he's gotten better. I think he has a great knack for leading. He leads by example. He works extremely hard. He does everything that he's supposed to do on and off the floor, and he'll be a great addition to our team, and we're glad that we'll have an opportunity to have him on game nights and not just at practice.
Coach, does he gets to the rim well? He's a good penetrator?
Hornsby? Yes, the good thing is he's got a tremendous mid-range game, excellent athlete, can finish at the basket, can shoot the deep ball, and he's very well-rounded, and he works so hard during the off-season to improve in areas that he may have felt that he had some weaknesses, to improve in those areas. And so I think you'll have an opportunity to see a lot of things from Keith, and he can score in a lot of ways.
You talked back in the summer about the games that got away at the end of, especially on the road. How much did you pound that during the summer and in the next month? How much does that?
And not so much. I don't share or bother kids with it. I think it's just a part of, I guess, maturation, maturity in terms of playing. You wind up missing out on some great opportunities sometime because of the fact that you could have done some things a little bit different. More mature teams that have a chance of maybe getting some things done. We did win, and we're fortunate enough to win some of those last year, but we probably had a couple, 2 or 3 others we'd love to have back as well. But I think Keith and the experience that these guys have, hopefully the 2 freshmen who will be sophomores now, we're able to close out even more of those games in a better fashion. And they had an experience of it last year and got a taste of doing it. But I think that good teams that go from good to great, or the ones that are capable of doing that night in and night out.
Since you want to push the basketball, how important was it for Albert to shed some of that weight coming in?
Well, it's great for Albert. I'm not sure if he'll be a part of the pushing. We want to make sure he gets those rebounds. If he out in front of those guys, we're in trouble. But I think Albert's going to have an opportunity to rebound the ball well. He's kind of a space eater. Big guy. We're very lucky that he worked as hard as he did during the off season. But our big guys are certainly going to play a huge role in what we do because they're trail, and we've got a couple of guys that can trail when you talk about Dorsey, who can shoot the 3, and just kind of depend on who's in at that time. Obviously, John O'Dew and Albert, we would look for them to try to rim run and get toward the rim more so than those other guys. But we want to make sure that if we can get up the floor and score quick, we will. But if we have to wait on those guys because of the fact that we didn't have anything in early offense, that they're very capable of getting down there and putting pressure on the defense as well.
You kind of alluded to a little bit, but it just feels like a minute ago standing there in Dallas and, the second round of the NIT. What do you want for the guys who applies to? What do you want for them to take away from that experience, and what can you build on for this year?
Oh, we're very excited last year about having an opportunity to be in postseason play. And I think our guys gained even more of an experience than probably some others because we didn't go to a neutral site. We had to go play on someone's home floor. In that type of atmosphere and that type of environment, it was really good for us. And I think it was a good experience for our guys, especially the ones returning, to get a glimpse of it. And I think that helped. And the team, unfortunately, we had a setback to wind up playing in the championship game of the NIT, and the other team that we lost to late in the season, and then wind up playing the championship game of the NCAA tournament. And it's a team that we also had some success against as well. So with that, we really like our team. We like the guys that are returning, and we think that they gained valuable experiences from the opportunities that they had last year.
Who all can play point guard for you this year, and then which of those guys may be just point guard only, which can kind of do multiple spots?
I think Josh Gray is more of a pure point. Tim Quinterman have the ability to play the 1, 2, or the 3. Jalen Patterson can play the 1 and is an excellent perimeter shooter, so we can utilize him at the 2 as well.
Not Albert.
Huh?
Not Albert.
No, Albert won't play as much point this year now. He may think, but no, we want to make sure the big fella get down there in the hole.
You said last week that Patterson had procedures. He's ready to go.
Yes, no, he's ready to go. He and Aaron Epps both at the end of their high school careers had a little cleaning up to do with some issues they had. and both of them are healthy and ready to go now. And both of them have had some great weeks leading up into a practice.
All of your players brought up the NCAA tournament. Do you talk to them about that?
Excuse me?
All of your players brought up making the tournament. That's
Yeah.
obviously the goal.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and that's our goal first and foremost, you know, and I tell people all the time, I think we had a good season last year. I mean, we improved from year one, we got better. We had a lot of positive things happen, but our goal and our focus, we kind of fell short of the mark of getting to the NCAA tournament. And that's certainly our goal from the beginning, and that will certainly be our quest this year. And we look forward to that challenge.
Coach, adding Ron Dupree to your staff might be one of the more underrated players to play here. Survivor of that long career. What would you admire about him, adding him to your staff?
I'll tell you what I like about him is that really jumped out at me is he worked our summer basketball camps. And when I watched him get engaged with those young kids out there, the time and energy that he put in with them, how focused he was, how readily he was to work with them, doing the little drills and the intensity that he had. And this was several weeks. I was excited to find out that he wasn't sure he wanted to go back overseas, and he may have wanted to stay and continue working on his degree, which he's 15 hours short of his electrical engineering degree. After we talked, and he said that this is something he would like to do, we've really been thrilled with him, and he's just through our individual skill work, just the energy and stuff that he brings to practice, it's been great. And if he chose to go into coaching, he's going to be a great one because he has that makeup about him.
Coach, top priority for you guys before that first game against Gardner-Webb?
Excuse me?
What's your top priority for your team before that first game of the season?
Oh, well, just implementing what we do and getting better. It's really getting into our first practice tomorrow and making sure that our guys understand the sense of urgency that you have to be in from that first day, and because other people around the country, how they'll be competing and getting better. And we've got an excellent schedule. It's going to be a difficult task, and we have to make sure that we're prepared and getting prepared, and we don't want to waste a day. So it's our preparation in what we do each day and getting ready for that. It's going to be great for us.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.